Hello. The second part of my lecture presentation in FB102 Practices in Crop Production, Unit 1, Land Preparation Operations, Equipment, and Machinery. So let's start with the land preparation machinery and equipment. There are three broad groups of engine-powered tractors used for rice production. So these are two-wheel tractors, four-wheel tractors, and track-laying tractors. So let's start with the two-wheel tractor. This is a walking type tractor, also known as walking tractor or power tiller. This tractor is usually fitted with two wheels. The direction of travel and its controls for field operations is performed by the operator walking behind the tractor. So the basic parts of the two-wheel tractor, you can study the parts of this tractor and the parts of the other machineries here, equipment, in the PDF file that I'm going to upload in our Google Classroom. So this is a two-wheel tractor with trailer. This is another type of two-wheel tractor, but the implements in this type is PTO driven or driven by a power take-off. So again, just look at the parts in our PDF file. So this is axle-driven rotary tiller. This is common among the garden cultivators. Then we have the wheel tractor. These are tractors having 4 or more pneumatic wheels. So some tractors have more than 4 wheels, especially in the Americas and in Europe. So this is a two-wheel tractor, two-wheel drive tractor, and a four-wheel drive tractor. So what is the difference between a two-wheel drive tractor and a four-wheel drive tractor? In the two-wheel drive tractor, only the rear wheels are driving the tractor to move, while in the four-wheel drive tractors, all 4 wheels are driving the tractor to move. So this is an example of a 4-wheel tractor. So if you can see the wheels, all the big tracks, the spikes of the wheels. So this is a 4-wheel tractor. So this is the power take-off of the tractor, where some of the implements are being attached to work. Example, the rotary cultivator. So these are the parts. As you can see, the power take-off here, the hitch or the linkages if you are going to attach the implements. So 1, 2, 3. That's why it is called 3-point hitch linkage. So this is the drawbar for the implements that needed to be pulled by the tractor. Excuse me. Okay. So four-wheel tractor with attached rotavator. So this is the one, this part, the link between the power take-off and the rotavator itself. So typical controls of a four-wheel tractor. So we have the speed limit, speed shift lever of the power take-off. We have the main shift lever, the low-high reverse shift lever, the brake pedal lock, the accelerator pedal. So we have the engine stop pull switch, the four-wheel drive shift. So of course you can shift the tractor from two-wheel drive to four-wheel drive. So we have here the clutch pedal, the differential lock. So maybe some of you were able to operate a tractor. So we have here the steering wheel, switches, lights, horn, etc. Then we have the ignition switch. So gauges for temperature, the rounds per minute, and fuel. This panel is very useful in the effective operation of a tractor. Then we have here a crawler tractor. This is also called truck type tractor or chain type tractor. In such tractors, there is endless chain or track in place of pneumatic wheels. Here you can see the endless chain. Now this is common. This is also common in our combine harvesters, but they are okay. Let's proceed to the land preparation field operation. There are just two: the plowing and harrowing. Of course, why? The lowland rice requires well paddled and well prepared soil. This ensures a soil surface that is weed-free, soft and level to make transplanting easier. It also facilitates mixing of organic matter such as rice straw, weeds, and stubbles with the soil, which promotes decomposition. Proper soil preparation serves to level the field for uniform distribution of irrigation water, fertilizer, and pesticides. Land preparation also facilitates ease in controlling the golden apple snail, which is a very serious pest in rice production. If plant preparation is not uniform, the growth of plant is uneven, causing variations of plant development in stage maturity. Plant preparation should be started at least 1 month before seed sowing or transplanting. So the first operation is plowing. Plowing purposes, first is to cut the soil into furrow slices, this one, and to partly pulverize the soil, still in claddy condition, to incorporate weeds and crop residues or stubbles, unstubbles like this, the rice straw, underneath the soil. Plowing can be accomplished using a caravan drawn moldboard plow or engine-powered tillers. To prepare this field for plowing, do the following. First is to remove from the field anything that may injure the plowman or damage the implements or the animals that being used. Cut tall grasses and remove stubbles that may interfere with plowing. Flood the field 2 to 7 days before plowing to soften the soil. So you have to keep the surface of the soil covered with water to avoid the soil from sticking to the plow. Keep the soil flooded with about 1 centimeter of water until the next operation, which is the harrowing. This is to give time so the clods will soften and allow weeds and stubbles to decompose. Plowing is normally done once, but a second one may be beneficial. So this operation, plowing and harrowing in one, because here a cultivator is being utilized. So here, so harrowing. What is harrowing? The purpose of harrowing is to pulverize the soil clods left after plowing, to level the field, to compact the soil to a certain degree, and to destroy weeds as they start to grow. Harrowing is performed 2 to 3 times depending on the soil type, the weed density, moisture content, and crops to be grown. A seed crop, of course, will require a better seed bed than a crop normally planted by cuttings. For example, rice will require better seed bed as compared to the field to be planted with sugarcane. So harrowing can be best accomplished by leaving just enough water in the field to expose the high and low spots. Harrowing is done 2 to 3 times depending upon soil condition. Leveling the field can be done by scraping the mud from high spots, moving it to move to the low spots. A bamboo pole may be attached to the base of the harrow tip to aid in leveling. As you can see here, the mud is being scraped from the high level to the low spots. So harrowing, it is being practiced to prevent the field from drying and hardening, or to prevent the field from drying and hardening. You should allow enough water. You should wait for 7 to 10 days before 2 successive harrowing to allow more weeds to germinate before finally turning under the soil, and more time for plowed fresh organic matter to decompose. So as you can see here, these are the germinated weeds, and some of these are also from rice seeds. So field operation, the patterns that are being utilized in field operation during tillage, we have the circuitous pattern, one-way headland pattern, gathering headland pattern, casting headland pattern. The most common is the circuitous pattern, where the plowing begins at the edge of the field and works towards the center of the field, always throwing the soil towards the outside of the field. So it is working from outside to the inside portion of the field. Next is the one-way headland pattern. The field is plowed in runs parallel to each other. So it starts at one boundary and ends at the opposite, with turns being made on the headland. So ito yung headland here and here. So these are the headlands. So it starts from here and then works its way until it covers the whole area. Then we have the gathering headland pattern. This system requires plowing to begin in the center of the field and works out to the edges. So this is the opposite of the circuitous pattern. Here it starts in the middle, in the center of the field, and it turns on the headland here. Then we have the casting headland pattern. This system is similar to the gathering pattern, but requires plowing to begin at the edges. There are other plowing or harrowing patterns, but we will not focus on them. It's just for you to know that there are several types of plowing and harrowing patterns. So here you can see a well-prepared soil. Now, next is the land preparation for corn. This is quite quick now. For preparing the land for corn production, dry land tillage is utilized. Here are the steps. You have to plow the field to allow plant weeds, biomass decomposition to attain thorough land preparation. Clayey and weedy field requires more plowing. In a weedy field, where grass is not plowed under, a second or third operation may be needed to obtain a clean seedbed. Plowing is done with either a tractor or animal drawn plow with a depth of at least 12 to 18 centimeters, 6 to 8 inches to turn all the surface growth. Harrowing is done for the first time when the soil has the right moisture content. It is done again within 2 days before planting to level the soil. So farrowing, you have to make furrows a day before the day of planting at 75 centimeter spacing and at 8 centimeter deep. A seedbed which is deep, well pulverized, yet fairly compact is excellent for corn production. good land preparation is essential for uniform crop stand and effective weed control. So this is a well-prepared corn field. Then we have the land preparation for other annuals, for example, vegetables, ornamentals, vegetables or ornamentals. So this is a vegetable farm. As you can see here, this is a garden cultivator. So you can see here the mulch being laid. Oops, sorry. This is another practice. So this land is being prepared using a rotavator, and then it will be going to be sterilized. This is in Netanya, in the state of Israel. I was able to observe this practice during my internship or on-the-job training way back in 2007, 2008. So the soil, the plastic the soil will be covered with this type of plastic. This is a plastic tube where the chemical is to be pumped, a gas. So here, as you can see, the whole field is covered with plastic sheet. These are the, you can see the white lines. These are the plastic tubes wherein the gas will flow, and then it will spread in the soil. This is to kill all the pathogens, the seeds of the weeds and other matters that will seems to become a problem during planting or during the whole cycle. So these are the chemical, the methyl bromide being used in soil sterilization in Israel. So this is a zero tillage also in Israel during my internship, wherein in the established fields no tillage is being performed. So after removing the crop residues, it will be sprayed with herbicide, and then right after spraying, right after the application of the pesticide, the herbicide, seedlings will be planted. So another area where zero tillage is being practiced is inside a greenhouse. Anyway, this is also inside a covered field, plastic covered field. This is a technical greenhouse where all environmental factors are being controlled. So there is no land preparation being practiced. There is no tillage, being performed. So next, I'm going to show you some of land preparation videos. Sorry, I have to here. Might take some time. This is a axle driven tractor. So primary tillage, and at the same time it seems the machine is braking the soil clods. This is a good machine, but quite expensive. It will cost you, including all the implements, it will cost you around 135,000. That was before, way back in 2014. You can see the times. So this one is better than using a grab hoe. This machine is equivalent to maybe around 20 people or more. So this is a garden cultivator, a multi-purpose garden cultivator. It works really fast. You can use this machine during primary tillage. You can use this machine to create furrows, also to dig canals. So I have more videos here. So in this video, the machine is being used to form plots. This is for vegetable production. This is in Nueva Ecija. Another one. So harrowing using a two-wheel tractor. This is a two-wheel tractor or power tiller. The operator walks behind the tractor. This is a peg foot harrow. So 3 more. So this is a muddy field, deep and muddy field in Ugbot. They're using hydrotiller, or popularly known as pagong here in our province. Another one. This is harrowing operation. This is in Kajangaw. And another one, last one. Dry land tillage. This is in Cantil, Rojas. So that's all. For the soft copy or PDF copy of my lecture presentation, just visit our Google Classroom. So, have a nice day.